Yo, what's going on, my man Mindset Dogs out there, man? I hope y'all having a very good Friday. I hope y'all are doing good. To all the ladies out there, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all know who y'all are. What's up, girl? Or should I say girls? And also out there to the motherfuckers that hate me, man, I just want to say to you, I'm sorry your daddy didn't love you, but there's no need to be emotional like your mother. Now, with that being said, let's get into class and session, guys. I want to talk to y'all today about understanding. And I think a lot of y'all guys kind of, well, not even kind of, I think this is part of the frustration that you're having. And let me just give you some prime examples of that real quick. Doctors have a certain type of language when they're in the operating room. A lawyer has a certain kind of language that they have when they're in the courtroom. Stockbrokers and you name it, they all have different kind of languages in their environment. And this is why a lot of people can't understand what they're saying because they're in their own ecosystem. And it's kind of like being a man. A lot of guys out there have no idea what manhood is all about, but yet they want women. And that's fine. But they never ask the $1,000,000 question to realize if they're on the right path or not. And that is really being honest and open with yourself and answering the simple question is this: do you worship women more than you worship yourself? And when you can answer that question, you'll get your answer. For a lot of you guys, y'all will sit there and say, yeah, I worship myself more than women. That's not the truth. Because if that was the case, you'll be able to talk to any woman, anytime, any place, and not give a fuck what they say. So that just kind of like catches a lie. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about understanding. See, a lot of guys out there know that, look, it's easy to replicate something that you see. Anybody can watch Michael Jordan, or in today's guys, y'all, LeBron James. Anybody can watch that and replicate what they see on TV. For Michael Jordan, how he sticks out his tongue, or Larry Bird, how he does the fadeaway shot. I mean, when you're playing sports or you see a certain athlete run a certain way, you can replicate that, just like Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan's the greatest. And there's a lot of people who try to replicate their basketball game, like when they're playing basketball. You see it a lot with Kobe Bryant. You know, you can see that. But it's not about Kobe and Michael. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people, when they get on the basketball court, they want to try to do some Michael Jordan-esque moves because they're replicated. Just like when a lot of guys see a man in action, they try to replicate what they see. But replicating Michael Jordan doesn't make you Michael Jordan. And that's what a lot of you guys don't understand. What will make you a Michael Jordan is you doing the things that Michael Jordan does and probably still do on the back end while most of you guys are sleeping and not doing anything at all. See, for a lot of you guys, you see men get women all the time, and you try to replicate what they're doing to get the women. But you never see what's behind the curtain and the work that it takes to do those things. Because anything that is associated with the word work is something that scares a lot of you guys off. But there's something associated with quick fixes that y'all are accustomed to. But I always ask you this question. If you needed heart surgery and there were two people in front of you, one that went to college, medical school, got his residency and all his medical license, took years, or that guy that just watched YouTube, who would you have operate on you? Well, it's kind of the same with women. Women can tell a man not by not by the replication of trying to be a man. It's the behaviors that are associated to that man, which allows them to see the difference between regular men and the 98% of you guys out there. A lot of you guys out there choose not to. It's not that you can't. You just choose not to want to grow. You choose not to want to learn, and you choose not to want to do the things that you need to do to win. Because it's easy to replicate things. It's easy to just get a magic pill or something like that. But being a man is not, I mean, I'm not saying it's not what it's cracked up to be, but for you guys out there, you think that it's about the confidence, it's about being assertive, being a leader, you know, being able to talk to women. No, motherfucker, that's not what it's about when it's about a real man. When you get across this street, it ain't about that shit, man. It's about really managing your roster. It's about letting people go, cutting off friendships. It's about figuring out what woman, excuse me, let me get some water. Let me get some water. It's about who you want to go see and why. It's about Friday night is here. I'm going to see the Avengers tonight after I do Donovan Sharp. But the question is, do I want to go see it with this person? Do I want to go see it with that person? You don't understand. What I'm trying to get y'all to see is that once you get on this side of the street, it's no longer about confidence. It's no longer about approach anxiety and all that shit that you are going through right now. It's about managing. Oh man, this one wants to see me. This one wants to cook for me. This one wants me to spend a night. This one wants to come over. This one wants some of my time. This one wants to know why I don't spend time with her. This one wants to know when are we going to do this and when we're going to. That's what happens on the other end, but you don't see that right now because you're not there. So right now, while you're replicating things on the back end, you're still working on things that have nothing to do with being a man. You're still working on confidence. You're still working on approach anxiety. And that doesn't make you a bad person. It just has to give you more understanding that you're not necessarily where you need to be. Because it's when you have the problems and issues. It's when the women want to call you. It's when they text you. It's when they're sending you messages and sending you photos and asking, why aren't you paying attention? And asking who this woman is and are you talking to this woman? And why aren't you giving me time? And what's wrong with us? And that's when you know you're on the other side of the street. But what you've got to do at the end of the day is you've got to take a clear assessment of yourself and understand that. Because being a man isn't about trying to build confidence, getting over women and anxiety and approaching and all that other stuff. Because a man doesn't worship women the way you worship women. But until you are honest with yourself and realize that you are worshiping women, you are never going to move beyond that. You will always pretend to be that Michael Jordan instead of being that Michael Jordan. Because Michael right now at age 50 something, however old he is still Michael Jordan. Yes, he gets older with time, but the mindset and the behavior is always going to be there because at the end of the day, he's a real fucking man. And that's something I want you guys to think about. Anyway, fuck with your boy Donovan Sharp and I doing a show tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern on the Red Man Hotline. Y'all can check that out. Y'all got any questions, get your boy at themanmindset@gmail.com. I'm the goddamn Dean, man. Just think about what I said, man. Peace.